A storm is brewing inside Labour. Two of the party's biggest hitters have turned their fire on Sir Keir Starmer, warning that his leadership is faltering, and unless things change, Nigel Farage could be the one walking into Downing Street. But before we dive in, did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester and former Health Secretary, didn't mince his words. He voiced alarm that good peoples were having the whip withdrawn, urging the Prime Minister to show greater respect to his own MPs. They need to listen to them more and respect them more, Burnham said, pointing to rebels who had forced a government U-turn on welfare cuts, including winter fuel and disability benefits. But they shouldn't be punished for that. I see good people, good MPs, losing the whip, people like Rachael Maskell. That doesn't seem fair to me. It didn't happen in Gordon Brown's government or Tony Blair's government. We need a different style here, so that everyone is included and we pull together. Dame Emily Thornberry, meanwhile, admitted that domestically things just don't seem to be working. Speaking on the BBC Sunday with Laura Kuenssberg, she said Labour had returned to the international stage, but at home, mistakes were piling up. There are things that we're doing which are fantastic, but nobody seems to know about it, she warned. They hear about the mistakes. And the question is, why are we making these mistakes? We can't afford to keep doing this because we've gone from having the fantastic gift from the British public of a huge majority to now being at 20% in the polls. And we will have, in the next election, the fight of our lives. And she didn't stop there. Thornberry stressed, the last thing we want is to go from a position where it was thought we would be in for 2 terms, to hand our country over to Farage. When asked what the core problem was, she replied bluntly, I think it's not listening. And he's not listening to people of goodwill who want the party to succeed. Starmer's critics point to repeated suspensions of left-wing MPs. In the first weeks of his new government, 7 were stripped of the whip for defying him on the 2-child benefit cap, though 5 were later readmitted. In July, a fresh rebellion saw for more, Neil Duncan-Jordan, Brian Leishman, Chris Hinchliffe and Rachael Maskell lose the whip again. For Burnham, it's proof the party is fracturing. For Thornberry, it's proof Labour risks throwing away its majority. So here it is, Andy Burnham calling for a different style of leadership. Emily Thornberry warning of the fight of our lives to keep Nigel Farage out of number 10. The Labour Party, once basking in a landslide, is now staring at plummeting polls, internal suspensions, and the spectre of Reform UK gaining ground. The question that hangs over Westminster tonight, can Keir Starmer unite his party before it's too late, or will Labour's divisions hand Farage the keys to Downing Street?